Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome to Texas Treasures Reseller Roundtable, episode 2. My friend Clay, aka Eclectic Elephant,
with an F.
with an F, go figure.
For now, it might be too complicated, so we'll see.
Joining me. Hey, Thrifting Lounge, how you doing? Glad to see you first in.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hey, UK Flippin' Sloth,
Oh yeah,
how you doing?
been wondering. Yeah,
Got any car booth sales this week? I
yeah,
was really thinking about UK sales this week, like that.
yeah. I'm curious.
Actually, I have a question for you, because we do global shipping and sell very pixelated today. Ooh. Okay, maybe it'll stabilize. Hopefully. Anyway, do you ever get any sales coming this way, coming to the US?
Oh yeah. I thought about that.
Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. You
Did I
didn't.
say that?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Oh, we love the old stuff. So what percentage of your sales then come this way? Is it a big number?
All right. While you're thinking about it, let's kind of give you a preview. We got some topics on deck today. We have biggest reselling mistakes, talking about the total numbers listed, eBay, Poshmark. We're going to be talking about listing goals today, looking at 60-day sales totals. Want to talk about pricing strategies, balancing reselling and life. Hey, Thrifting Lounge, glad to see you. When to upgrade equipment as far as reselling and even YouTube. Talk a little bit about editing. Selling at flea markets are Bolo buzz. The best flip of the week. Need a sound effect to that, like Pure Hustle podcast.
Yeah, we do.
Also going to be talking about a book review I'm going to be doing that's kind of related to reselling. A book called Good to Great. There it is. It's back there between Maryland and Mojito. Could use a mojito right now. I'll have to settle for some coffee though.
We're party ready.
All right, let me see. Flipping Sloth says, I have my own prices priced up to EU and global shipping as well to USA, and all that would be GSP, and it's very low to be honest, but I also sold an item to Australia this week through GSP. Oh man, sorry. Don't know about the pixelated.
I get what they mean, but I don't.
Yeah,
I'm too new to know like how to. Anyone have a?
Can you pull yours up?
Oh yeah.
Log in and
I'm
pull
going
up this video to
bring up us.
Right, we're gonna have Clay, eclectic elephant, see what it looks like on his end. Maybe it's a British thing. I don't know.
The water is very heavy on the cable going under the Atlantic, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, he checks on that. I guess let's just go ahead and get straight into it. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. Questions, comments, help us out.
I don't know how to undo this on my phone. This restricting mode. I'll look on my phone.
All right, don't worry about it.
I'm looking on. Oh, sorry about that. Looking on my phone.
You just chunked
through our
pre-production list.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about reselling mistakes, right? Because it's always good to get tips on how to sell, but sometimes we can also learn from. Yeah, it's looking good on his here.
A little decent, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyone else? It's getting better. All right, maybe the cables it's working through the cables under the ocean, under the Atlantic. Anyway, biggest reselling mistake. So sometimes we can learn by the mistakes we actually make, right? And I did publish a video this week, top 10 reseller mistakes. So I'm kind of curious. I'd like to hear from you guys. What are some of or give me one. Give me a reselling mistake that you've made or that you think can hurt reselling.
I can mention one thing.
All right, what about you, Clay?
So I listed something on Facebook Marketplace. This rug, I had it on eBay. Was hoping that it'd sell on Facebook, right? Make the cash, no shipping, and it's big. I was going to pay some friends who work at the PO box to help me, box it up. So then I go to find the key at my dad's apartment last night, and it's not in the normal spot. And I'm supposed to meet the lady in like 10 minutes. And it's like basically across the street. And I'm looking all around his apartment. He's at church, so I call him, but he's in prayer service, so phone is off. And I'm messaging the lady saying I'm looking, and I'm sitting there like, oh my, literally, please God help me find this key, because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose $475 cash.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I message her. I go get in my car. I look at my car where I might have had it for last time I used it was a few weeks ago to take pictures of this rug and a few other things in a unit Dad and I share. But I gave it back to him. I thought, couldn't find it. I messaged her. We talked, and she had driven in with her husband like, I don't know, 20 minutes. She's like, we'll go eat in the neighborhood. And I'm like, okay. She understood. She's an interior designer, so it's for a client. So she's trying to make money, because she's like, a new one, they can buy it for X, but this one's in excellent shape. And so she was cool enough that she understood, and she wrote back and she was like, S happens. And I just kept apologizing because I'm sitting there I just feel like a jerk because I said I could get it. And I was like, I don't know why that key is always my dad's a creature of habit. So everything's always in the same spot. But being a little key, I don't know. It's not in my car.
Lost the key.
Lost the key. So she and I text today, and she was like, it's out tonight. And I'm like, yeah, or going tonight. I was like, yeah, I need to get the storage place to cut the lock off, which is fine. I'll pay the fee because it's worth it. She still wants it. And she's like, you already took it off eBay? Yes, I did that. It's already marked as sold on Facebook Marketplace. So tomorrow, when I have some free time, I'm going to use that free time around lunch to skedaddle over there and get the lock cut off, get the rug out, give it to her, and get back to work.
Okay.
So
moral of the story.
Keep up with my keys. So on the new one, I'm keeping a key. Yeah, I'm going to put it on my keychain.
Well, which that brings up a good point. If you're not selling on your local Facebook Marketplace and other local apps, especially big items like that, a rug is the perfect example, right? And shipping that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of missing out. Do you guys have local Facebook Marketplace or other apps like that over there, Flipping Sloth, or anyone else?
Craigslist,
overseas?
or do people use Craigslist a lot? Or
well, let's see. Flipping Sloth, he said his mistake. I have my own prices priced. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He said, I shipped an item this week before it was paid for, and it was going to EU, and the postage was 15 pounds. Luckily, they paid up. Oh, so shipping, yeah. The shipping things, incorrect weights and whatnot. That's a problem usually when you first start, right? I know Clay was kind of struggling with that, and I struggled with that too when I first started, and I sometimes still screw up.
Yeah.
But, once again, pirateship.com, guys, if you're not using it. Like an example this morning, I sold on eBay a small little piece of electronics I picked up at a garage sale for $1, some type of tester. It was in a small little box. And through global shipping, I put that in a small priority mailbox,
the flat rate, the small one.
Yeah, the small one. And then I put it in an envelope, and then a poly bag weighed 7 ounces, and through pirateship.com it was like I think a little bit under $3.
Yeah,
and the buyer paid I think like $9.95 shipping.
Cha-ching.
So make some money on shipping and handling, and it helps cover you when you have returns.
And not every time, because sometimes, excuse me, on eBay it's the same. I checked an item the other day, and it was exactly the same. Just going eBay through postal and pirate ship. So, but I don't know, 70% of the time, right?
Yeah.
You save a few cents. I actually somehow screwed up whatever I sent. Oh, it was that mini projector to the person in England. And they paid like $72.30 in shipping. Oh yeah. Then what I did was I reboxed it. I hadn't sealed it up,
Are y'all
but I was like,
confused? I'm confused.
so I had it in one box. I put that in the eBay listings, so they calculated the shipping price, and then I put it in a different box. It was sturdier. The box was a little taller, so I lost like $1. But I've made, I don't know, off of 30 times using pirate ship, like $90,
Yeah,
$100.
I usually make at least a couple bucks.
Yeah, so it's
each,
fine.
So it's definitely a good program. If you can put it in a poly bag, you're gonna make money. For me, inventory management actually, and the ironic thing is, I think I've got pretty good at it. But the thing is, when you first start out, if you're not good at it, it comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
But because I've sold several things over the past couple of weeks,
Yeah,
back when I was cross listing too much, I was on too many platforms, eBay, Poshmark, OfferUp, Mercari, 5 Miles, I don't know, the Grail, too many platforms. And I guess I was selling some of them, and I didn't take it off the other platforms. And like I've got sales a couple of the past couple of weeks, and I go to get it, and it's gone. One eBay, and eBay's a big deal, right? The other ones like Poshmark and the other platforms are a little more flexible. So just be real careful on the inventory.
Slap you on the.
Make sure you keep the inventory going. All right, let's talk about listings. Total listings. Once again, this is kind of like an update. I want to do this as an update, kind of see where we're at, where everyone else is at. And been struggling this week to get listings up. It's been tough. I haven't got any listings up since I think Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. It's been a while, but I was up to like 530-ish on eBay, and right now I'm at 495, which is good because things are selling, and I've got plenty to list. I've got a small death pile from the last storage unit that I purchased, and tomorrow it's going to be like a full day, 8-10 hours of listing. Saturday. Oh my god!
Feels like we got one more day to teach.
I wish it was a Friday.
But tell them where you were on your listings, like what, a month ago, 2 months ago, right? So for me, this helps me, and maybe some of you newer people watching, how quickly you can do it. Because what, like a month ago, where were you? 3.
Yeah, 250.
250. So doubled. And
yeah, if you're just consistent, which is one of my things, being consistent with everything.
Man,
And the thing that's kind of sending me back now is I'm trying to get more consistent with YouTube, and that's slowing me down a little bit on the listing. But it'll get worked out. But trying to get back over 500. I'd like to get at least, my goal is to get at least 50 listings up per week, using Sellhound, using List Perfectly, using Photo Fuse. It's very doable. It's just taking the time. But the more you list, the more you sell, which is a good problem, right? Every morning I've been having 10 plus orders to package and to go out. But what about you guys? What type of listings do y'all have out there? What type of listing goals do you have? Let's see. Flipping Sloth says we have Gumtree, which is owned by eBay now, and also Spock, which is also similar to Gumtree. I guess those are local apps. Oh, that's cool. Gumtree. I like that name.
I know.
And he also said I just did a 5% discount on all my eBay stock, and also promoted it all to 2%. Oh, promoted listings. That's a good topic. Promoted listings. All right. Well, let me tell you what I do, and no one knows, right? We try all these different theories and we see what works. I used to do promoted listings. I currently don't do promoted listings, and I think promoted listings work really good. Like I have hundreds and hundreds of new Nike headbands from that last storage unit. I should probably promote those, because when you have multi-quantity, if you get that listing promoted, right, and even drop your price originally, so you can get some sales, and then you get moved up in the algorithm, and then you'll gain traction. And you can start to raise your price and get rid of that promoted listing.
Then so you're paying back yourself the promotion fee. In a sense, you'll make it back, kind of, or is that what you mean?
Well, it's like,
can you
all right? So you got a multi-quantity item. Say you got 50 headbands, right? And you go into that market, and there's 100 other people selling that same headband, right? So you're you're going to rank lower. But if someone's already sold 10, 20 of those headbands,
Yeah.
because of their selling, that they're going to show up higher in the search results.
Yeah.
So maybe use that promoted listing, kind of crank it up early to jump up there to get eyes on it. Put your pricing low, so you can get some sales, and then as those sales kick in, you'll start to move up the search rankings.
Okay.
And then you can drop the promoted listings.
Like end it is what you mean, right?
Yeah,
because it goes for forever
30 days,
right?
Or
automatically, like when the item relist automatically, it re-ups.
They will keep that until you take it off.
Yeah, I did that with this pair of nice shoes because I wanted to be able to adjust the price, right? Because once you're promoted, you can't change the price, correct?
No, you can still
You
can still do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Promoted is just giving it's like you're buying advertising, so your item's going to show up depending on how. It's a complicated formula, but based on the percentage you set it at, plus
I didn't know that.
How good of a seller you are. It depends on where you're going to show up.
So the 2%. I didn't understand that. Okay, so
you
when
can
I
set
did
it from 1 to 20.
The percent of what they'll take.
Yeah, that's the.
And the more you give them, the higher your ranking is. They're promoted.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes you don't need it.
Yeah, I did it once, and I remember it was like 5 weeks ago when I really started getting stuff up, and he was like, "I got a lot of thoughts on that, and a lot of people do."
Yeah, people go back and forth. So
I ended it on that one item because they're good shoes, like $100-something. So I was like, it's worth it if I can get them sold. But then I'm like, no, I want to be able to.
Here's the thing:
I couldn't send an offer.
Don't let it take the place of good research. Look at the solds, right? If you're one of 100, then maybe you want to do it. But if the sold through rate is pretty high on it, and if you can take good pictures using photo views, you got good pictures, then that's going to kind of outweigh. You can get more. So I've gone away from it. I think it's better personally, and this is how I do it. And I don't know if what's better. I tend to price my items, and I use Sellhound now, and I've talked to them, so they kind of know my pricing methodology. And mine tends to be a little bit higher because I think I take pretty good photos. And then every day I look at items that are 30 days old that are about to recycle. And before they recycle, I then individually go in there through the eBay seller store and drop those 5% because that'll send a notification to the buyers that the price has dropped. Plus, I also send offers to likers each day. Everybody that likes an item, you can send it one click, and I usually do 20% off anybody that likes it, and that usually generates a couple sales. And then so every month, if it doesn't sell, I'm gonna drop it 5% more. Yeah. Now I know some people list similar. That's too much work for me. I don't have time for all that, but dropping it 5%, sending offers to likers, and I do also do sales on the weekend. Like Sundays are a big selling day, so and I kind of do it a tier. The first Sunday of the month, I'll do 10% off. The second 20, 30, and I'll max out at 40% off. And all those things kind of working together tend to get things moving. All right, let's see. Flipping Sloth, he's saying, so until this month, my main eBay was in below standing due to some issues I had last year with defects. So now I'm trying to all the stuff I couldn't. Okay, that makes sense. And I found a miracle app that will remove backgrounds from your images, one click. Yeah, we have one here. It's called PhotoFuse. What's the name of the app that you do that gets you the pure white background? And speaking of selling standards, I did celebrate this month. I hit top rated seller. I just started in August, so pretty pleased. You have to have over 100 sales, and there's certain metrics that you have to meet. And it gives you the lovely little top rated seller symbol, and should show you higher in search results, and just gives the buyers more confidence. So I'm excited about hitting top rated seller. It was a big deal for me.
And there's also another app. I'm going to try to find the name of it that I came across on Rockstar Flipper, and it's like PhotoFuse. Right now, it's only for Android. No, sorry, not for Android. Only for iPhones. Now my comments. I don't know on my laptop. But I'll try to find that out for next week. But it's like PhotoFuse, and it might be even easier. Where like I have this picture. The guy didn't have to like color or anything. You just literally take a picture and it just like back and forth, and it boom automatically without having to highlight. So
and I've heard eBay has that app. It's in beta right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll offer that. Yeah,
a few months ago, right?
Hopefully that comes. That'd be nice just to use the app. All right, next, kind of doing updates once again. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the red subscribe button down below, smash the like button, and join the comments, questions, comments. Next, we want to talk about 60-day sales. And I just try to be really transparent on this because this is documenting my journey, our journey, and just to see the progress. So I'm going to look at 60-day sales. So here are eBay 60-day sales, just so you can see it. And I'm not like, bragging, because that's small potatoes to a lot of people. But for me, it is progress. 60-day sales of 35.28 and 65 cents. 97 sold. So you can see the sell-through rate, right? With 494 active and 97. So it's about a 20% sell-through rate. That's on eBay. And I pulled up a Poshmark report, which I'm not going to try to show on my phone. And I do better on Poshmark as I'm growing my eBay. And that was 94.62. A total of 12,950. So comes out to about 6,500 a month average between the two. Now that's gross sales, right? That's not net. So there's fees and cost of goods and all that coming out. But my goal is I want to go full time, right? And 10K is that magical goal. I've hit it, like I probably hit it December, but I'd like to be able to hit that consistently. At that point, if I could hit that during the summer, then I feel comfortable going full time, replacing our teaching income.
Then he'll join me, and my sales aren't near his. I'm just making the leap.
So how are your sales now? Clay's much newer to reselling, and he's going to split in. He's off to a good start, I think. But what are your sales looking like for 60 days?
I have 156 active listings, sold 37 in the last 60 days, and the total is $2,021. So
that's
I think
really,
and
almost got as much as I got.
Well, one of those still might be this laptop, which sold for a lot, that $1,100 laptop. But still, even if let's say that's in there, I'll take 1,000 off of 60 days because my listing is I'm full in, and then I can go like a week and then list 5 things and then go another week and list 2. So I'm working on the consistency, but I've had a few sales in the last couple of days, so it's like it helps me that the momentum, right, getting there, and it helps me seeing his gross and the net or whatever. Because remember, if you're new, lots of the fees are all you can write off, right? Those are tax deductions. So, correct.
Yeah.
So
the fees,
so
we're not CPAs.
Yeah. You talk to someone, but I mean, it's like it helps. So that's why the 10K is gross. You mean correct? Mm-hmm. So then after all the fees, shipping, all that. But the good thing is, come tax time, it cancels out pretty much. However you do it, it's either going to cancel out, or for me, I sent in, about 1,000 for last year. I only made sales in 2 months, but I made a decent amount, or I said like 800 plus my Uber other side hustle, and I hope I'll get a lot of that back, whatever. If I do it right, like you, then maybe I just don't send them anything on it because all the fees cancel it out. I guess is the layman's term.
I'm confused now.
Yeah. I lost everyone.
Hey, Clay ran everybody out with his crazy numbers. I heard about the $30 billion offer ICE. I think Rakin, I forget who. Somebody dropped that. Oh gosh, I'm tired, guys. I can't even think. But yeah, that's interesting. And Flip and Slaw says 60-day numbers for him are off. Okay.
I've heard.
And the good thing about Poshmark is real accurate because they have a sales report and you can customize the date. So I did that today, and it gives you every item in the Excel spreadsheet. Gives you the gross, the net, all that good stuff. So that Poshmark's really accurate. So if you're not selling on Poshmark, guys, girls, whoever's out there, you're kind of missing a really good market, especially for fashion.
And some people's, I've read some comments, eBay app is showing 90-day totals now instead of 60.
Yeah, I think
I don't know how they
30,
choose.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can mess with those numbers. The Thrifting Lounge says, I wish eBay had a year sales report.
That is crazy. They
Yeah, they will. I know in their seller stats, like it gives you a year to date total.
yeah.
Like it'll give you a year to date, but yeah, it would be nice if they had a really nice clean
For someone that
quote.
big.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Like they're actually like the likes and the offers. They stole that from Poshmark, right?
Oh, okay.
Because Poshmark's been doing this, and I guess eBay finally got with a program. So even a company that big, and that's you know I love eBay, make good money, but sometimes I wish they were a little quicker to not be so complacent. And we know that they had a big CEO change. So maybe the new CEO will come in here and work for things that'll be better for sellers, sellers and buyers.
Yeah. Well, if we make money, they make money. Yeah, like Uber did that. They've gotten better. And I make more money, they make more.
Thrifting Lounge, cool name, by the way. Seller stats are off.
Way off.
Okay.
Huh.
Well,
As long as my dollars so that I'm getting that and I know what to pay and all that.
all right. So let's see. Next topic. Store reviews. I did have a new subscriber comment to me early this morning, asking for some help for me to take a look at her store. So that gave me an idea, and I did this myself months ago. Chris with Daily Refinement, he's a really good YouTuber, by the way. He did a store review on my eBay store, and he looked at it, evaluated it, and then gave me some suggestions to improve. And so I want to offer that service, at least for now, to people that are starting out. If you got questions about how your store is doing, maybe looking for some suggestions, I can take a look at your eBay store, your Poshmark closet, and
I need him now.
Clay's gonna do.
Yeah, I'll have him. I only today just messed with mine a little, like added some promoted items or select whatever it's called, because I've not played around, so I'm sure that's hurting me.
Right.
Because I've not taken the time to learn what it can do. I'm paying for the thing, but I'm not getting the full services that I should because of me.
Let's see. Flipping sloth. I don't know if you want your eBay information out here. If you want to put your store name, I can do it. But if you don't, I'll give you my email, and you can email it to me. And I'll be glad to check it out. Thrifting Lounge, me and Chris are doing a series with my transition to coming back to YouTube. Oh, cool. And my success made $5,200 last month part-time, been back since May. Awesome, man. You're killing it, Thrifting Lounge. That's excellent. If working with Chris, I mean, he really knows his stuff, right? He was the first. All right, a couple of YouTube influencers that I kind of really liked, and kind of evolves, was Bonafide Hustler. He's got a good channel as far as like learning how to garage sell and thrift. And then Chris, I love how the organization, right? The lean methodology, the goal setting, just how to be very professional and run it. And I've implemented a lot of things of his suggestions. I've been in his Patreon group. Matter of fact, I just recently canceled it. I just don't have time, and I don't know. But he's definitely a good resource. He said it's not a store; it's just a page. Since I'm not set up as a store.
Oh, I was trying to look it up right now.
Oh, Thrifting Lounge says he taught Chris. He learned from my videos a few years ago. Bonafide, friends with too. Yeah. Are you in the Green Room University? I am also a member there. It's a paid Facebook group. I think it's like $1.99 a year, but that's a really good. I know Bonafide's in there. I don't think Chris is in there, but there's some really knowledgeable resellers in there. They do Bolo alerts and different things, and post comments, questions. real helpful. Yeah, he said that's what attracted to me, Chris. He's different. Yeah, Chris is just real. I don't know him personally, right? Like I've messaged him and but a little bit, but he just seems real calm, real
Oh God.
analytical compared to a lot of these resellers, and that's a beautiful thing about reselling, right? There's all types, YouTube too, all different types of people, but he's real sharp. So his content's really good. Flipping Slaw says my ultimate goal is to have an actual store on the high street. That's interesting. What? So how here? And that's kind of my dream. Well, not exactly a store, right? Like kind of Craigslist hunter style. Like I'm
Yeah.
now moving into storage units. I'm buying storage units at auction. And Clay and I've talked. I'd love to have a warehouse in the back to have the space
Yeah.
to process and to keep my inventory, and then maybe have a small shop up front, and then like for furniture and things, be able to list that stuff locally, and people can come to me.
Yeah.
So that's my dream. Also, it's not. I don't know if you exactly call it a retail store, but warehouse with maybe a little storefront.
Yeah.
Thrifting Lounge says me and Green Room a few years ago supported each other, and I started doing interviews before everyone. Huh? Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Talking to Rakin.
Talking to Rakin, yeah, that's good. The collaboration that was.
.com.
We need
See,
to tagline
we
like
know
that.
we watched Rakin. I tried to watch part of the live episode today while my kids were taking some notes, and I was lecturing a little. I had it like on the slowest volume,
Bad teacher.
and I was at the back, and they're copying because the kid likes to sit at the front and press the button. It's how they love it. So I'm like, and then I had to put it down after like a minute.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on his channel quite a bit. I love that video he dropped about 10 tips to 100,000 subs on YouTube. Some good info in there. I comment on some of his stuff. I'm trying to be more collaborative, on YouTube and
Interactive.
interactive. Yeah.
We're both like, like we both about the same time realized, oh, it's worth spending time besides just watching the people that we like / can learn from, like leave comments. I've super chatted a little. He has too. We've been on the same feed. One the other day, didn't know it. I almost texted him. I was like, oh, and then I saw him.
Pure Hustle podcast.
Yeah, Pure Hustle. And so all of a sudden I see his, whatever name, and I'm like, oh, I don't need to message him because he's watching it, too.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, reselling can be a lonely job, right?
Yeah.
A lonely profession. But there's people out here that have good knowledge. So, learn from these others, and it gives you people to talk to that understand what you're going through. So I'm really trying to focus more on the collaboration, and also like Green Room University. Sometimes, and Wade's Venture, I bought his storage unit course. I've made a couple of thousand on a couple of storage units over the past month. Anything that will accelerate that learning curve, man, sometimes it's worth it. And as we were talking taxes, once again, no, not CPAs, but anything like that's related to your business should be tax deductible, or you should be able to deduct it on your income taxes.
Yeah, I'm going to buy Wade's course too because he's told me how good it is. And then there's also another thing that you go watch Wade. There's some services that it's going to be well worth in the long run. Besides all these, like, what is it, 120 something videos right now with all these experts. Maybe some of you guys, are in them. And then it's going to be 300 in the end for a very reasonable price, or whatever. So
yeah, they're great. Those videos are great.
So I'm buying that starting this weekend.
If you're interested in storage units, I was talking to Wade last night. He's going to, if you buy his course, like he's going to promote your YouTube videos. So I need to get my death pile wiped out so that I can go get another storage unit so that I can get it promoted on Wade's. But yeah, I agree with that. If you want to grow each other, you need to collab. You show up in each other's recommended page. Yeah, I'm just kind of brand new on the YouTube front, and I would like to do that. I like to do more collaborations. Just like how do you do that from the get go? I guess being interactive and
leaving comments to me,
just super
chatting. Last week we both gained. I at the Eclectic Elephant, I think I'm at 13 subscribers, but hey, I've only been up a couple of weeks, and it was like the growth like him, and he's blown. To me,
Wow.
it's not blown up, but for us right now, he went from like 65 like last Tuesday to 180 something, 197 today. Yeah, so I mean,
not that I'm keeping count.
yeah, but hey, I'll take going from 2 to 4 to whatever, like, hey, I'm at 13, so I'll take it. Wade's Ventures. Oh yeah, he just typed it. Sorry, didn't see that he typed that. Yeah, and Flippin' Sloth, on the side here, I was going to stream, but I didn't know how to do that, or that I couldn't yet. I turned on one of your videos. Looks like, yeah, you got a good YouTube channel. I'll definitely watch that tonight.
Yeah, maybe we can do some type of collaboration. That'd be cool.
Get him in on our
thrifting line. It's all methodical. I've been back for a month, getting 100 subs. My views are horrible. My new videos plus better content. Well, I think that's ultimately going to work out, right?
Yeah.
Content.
And
I'm trying to get better at that. It's all a process, and a lot of people, like, I was just scared to start because you feel so awkward. But at a certain point, you just got to jump in, consume content. Like, my son was teaching me some basic editing. I'm gonna work with him. I think he's gonna work with Clay on some editing, and just little by little. There's a lot to it, right? Like, I've got reselling down pretty well, but this YouTube life,
there's a lot.
It's a little bit more. But all right. So maybe we can. I don't even know how to go about it, but
like there's videos where they show the different people in different locations.
Yeah, there's obviously certain software you get.
Yeah, I'm game to join you. I'll watch you on him. Come join me on mine. I'll join you on yours if somehow helps.
All right. So store reviews. Once again, you can email me, or if you want to put your store out there, especially if you're a new seller. I mean, if you really know what you're doing, heck, you might review my store. I know Chris gave me a good review. There were a couple tips, and I'm always looking to learn, to grow. That's this whole collaboration, right? Just grow from each other. All right. Next topic: balancing reselling. Anything else I show no time? I'm always doing.
Show y'all. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely need to
greatly appreciate it
to check that out. Balancing reselling, and that's been a struggle for me this week, right? We're both teachers, and I'm trying desperately to get out of teaching. I do like helping the kids, but
that's why we both.
I see the potential. Like, I'm already making more as a reseller than I am as a teacher, and I knew if I had that time, that the sky's the limit. But at the same time, wife, kids in college, taking that leap, right? So I'm trying to pay off some debt, trying to get myself in that position. And now I'm adding YouTube, and YouTube takes time to edit, to come up with ideas, and I love it. It's fun, but it's cut into my. There's only so many hours in the day. You got to pull orders. I do have someone that helps me with the shipping part. They package the orders, they take them to the post office. My son was helping me do some listing, but I don't think he wants to do that anymore. He's going to be working more on, he has a film degree. He's trying to get a job as an editor and technical, and so he's doing some freelance stuff while he's trying to get into that field. So that's the next thing. I need to, find someone, but that you trust, that you can bring into your house. And I know you can do virtual assistants or whatnot, but just so many moving parts. And then time to sleep, and time to
he doesn't
family
sleep.
time.
Like, tell him your average day.
Well, I usually get up at 5.
He works hard.
Pull orders. Like this morning, it was about an hour and a half pulling orders. Get ready to go to work. Come home, either list for a couple hours or do some YouTube work for a couple hours. Have some dinner. Try to spend a little bit of time with the wife so she doesn't kick me out, right? Get a little bit of sleep, and then do it again. And then Saturday, the weekend, try to get more listings done.
If he doesn't have, but again, with his kid, like this past weekend, he enjoyed it, but his daughter had the national cheerleading deal, right? And he spent a lot of time doing that, which of course he's, more than willing to do, but it's just hard. I don't have kids, but my dad's got some stuff going on, and so the balancing is Tough. And maybe we should loop in. Should we loop back the goal for this week, the listings?
Oh yeah,
Since
yeah.
we're talking.
Well, let me get these
Yeah.
God, I'm tired. Comments, and we'll do it. Flipping Sloth, he's gonna go make a cup a year.
A cup of tea, right?
Cup a year.
A cup of tea. Worst British accent ever. Sorry.
That wouldn't be bad. I've already sucked down this cup of coffee. A cup of tea would be good. All right, Kevin. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll hit you up on Facebook. Maybe we can figure out the details on that.
I wrote it down too.
Work hard, it pays off. The community is motivation, and don't slow down. That's it, man. I'm all about it, dude. My motivation. Well, it's not. It is motivation originally, right? But the other thing is, and I talked to Clay about this all. Consistency.
Yeah.
You get motivation will only carry you so far, but you got to be consistent.
Actions.
You got to set a goal for the week. You gotta be disciplined. Even when you're tired, I did get up a couple times this week, like at 4 a.m. because I had so many orders on Poshmark.
That's amazing.
But what's the alternative, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay teaching when I don't want to stay teaching.
Yeah, you lose money.
I don't get passionate about it. So you got to have the discipline. You got to stay motivated. You got to keep learning. All these things work together, and you got to believe. Which, behind us, and that's one of the topics later. And I'll get to. I do as a teacher. I'm an English teacher. I love reading. Obviously writing. And so I figured I'd kind of marry that. I'm gonna create a playlist where I'm gonna review Listopia's 100 business books, not just review them, but go through it and look at it from the angle of how does that relate to reselling. Because I do believe, like I was talking about paid content, YouTube, you got to take all this in. It's not enough to just take it in, then you got to put it to work, right? So all these things work together. I mean, I get excited about reselling.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Comment below. Do you love reselling? Where you get your knowledge at? Listing goals. I'm all over the place today. Listing goals. Let's see, Thrifting Lounge. I work full time, have my kids on the weekend, and probably put in 40 hours at least on eBay. You're probably same sleep time, but I'm more motivated now to help others. Man, that's awesome, Thrifting Lounge. I love hearing these stories.
This helps me a lot. Like he's my biggest push and my biggest fan. Whatever. I wouldn't be doing this, as I said last week. Well,
Sam, trying to fangirl me.
Yeah, he's not fan. Maybe that's right. But you know what I mean. He's my biggest. Motivator or whatever, and supports me. We gotta
support and motivate each other. That's awesome, Thrifting Lounge. It's good to see someone else doing very similar, and that's what it takes, right? And then you just got to be consistent. But the opportunities are out there. Like we're taking Financial Peace University at our church, and the topic came up like budget, saving money, and somebody was talking about they bought clothes at thrift stores to save money, and I was telling them, that's great, And that is another topic, right? How you can save money through reselling when you find things. I was like, man, you could also sell these things like thrift stores, garage sales, and it's easy. You can 10 hours a week make $1,000 a month reselling. Once you know what you're doing. Roughly. Thrifting Lounge, that's what I'm talking about. Be goofy, be happy, and most important, appreciate it. That'd be a good t-shirt. Be goofy.
Right now, I'd like to do.
Be happy.
That's a good,
Appreciate life.
I feel like we're both pretty good at that. Getting better,
he's we're really goofy.
Yeah, I'm really goofy. Too. Watch some of the videos.
I love reselling, so definitely.
But I get to be the goofy one in the videos.
Oh yeah, check out our thrifting haul videos, which are a work in progress. But Clay's the test pit.
Yeah, I'm the What do you call it?
We finding couches.
Yeah, I'm gonna move in the back of this van with this awesome sofa. Oh, that finally there's only one table out by the dumpster at my complex.
It's still there.
Should we talk about that?
No, we'll talk about it. But
there was some nasty furniture in this
storage
unit. It's the Nike unit that he bought on his own.
Nike unit's great, guys. I'm selling stuff every day from the
Nike. Furniture was like these tables, gross and moldy, and just.
What do you think, Marilyn? How was the furniture? Oh, yeah, she's whispering me.
She is.
Oh, she said it was crusty.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. Speaking of goofy, welcome back. Send me a cup of tea over here, man. I could use one. I have some downstairs actually. What were we talking about? God, we're all over the place.
Listings, goals,
weekly. All right,
balance. We're doing that, and then maybe.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
talk.
did you get a chance to talk about balance?
Well, like I said, I don't even have the kid, and I'm not getting up. I'm not as motivated right now, and I should be maybe more motivated because, as I said earlier, I don't know if I'm for sure leaving, but I'm pretty sure I'm leaving teaching because for me, I mentioned this last week. I drive Uber part time, but I haven't been doing that much because I keep saying, "Oh, I'm going to list a bunch this week," and I don't. But my Uber can be my pay the bills income. I can always go out every day and make, depending on what time I start and what strategy, $100 to $200 a day and pay the bills and keep growing the eBay. But I'm trying to get back. I've worked out not every other day, probably for like last 10 or 12 days, and I was interactive with some people on on YouTube. I listed stuff on Facebook Marketplace as if I'm just speed walking and doing the stair machine. So I'm trying to like get back into that because I know for me that'll lead to just I'll be calmer and more motivated and I'll just feel better, whatever. Yeah, the balance of, and he knows about me. That's the key is like for me maybe is the get back into running, pick a marathon and have some goal like that, and then I can try to match it with this eBay stuff.
Right. I mean, that's amazing. Running marathons. Yeah, I'm kind of neglecting that. I do need. I just don't have enough time to work out. Like I got my Fitbit. I'm trying to get my steps and working on my diet a little bit. Lost a couple pounds this week. Trying to eat less junk. But balance, and that's another thing, right? If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not getting that balance, the rest, the nutrition, a little bit of working out, then your body's not gonna be able to keep up to the demands of reselling. Working a full-time job, basically full-time reselling YouTube, it takes a lot. Flipping sloth, talking about Yorkshire tea. Do we have Yorkshire tea here?
I
I don't know. I don't know. It's got Earl Grey.
yeah.
But I haven't had it, but it sounds lovely.
Our British friend we mentioned last week,
Yeah.
she probably does. I'm Googling right now. Or as I say, goggle. I put my goggles on. A black tea blended. Huh.
Do you drink it straight?
Most
Put a little
popular traditional
little milk, a little London fog. All caps. Stay away from Earl Grey.
That sounds like he's a guy. What is Earl Grey? What is he? What's his crime?
Sugar. I like the milk, no sugar.
In tea, I
That's
heard
how
that.
how I drink mine.
Really?
I a little spot of milk. Yeah.
Okay.
It just gives it a creamy, smooth flavor.
Maybe I'd like tea more than if it was
Try it.
little. Okay.
You guys both
Yorkshire
try.
tea.
Yorkshire tea. You have to check it out.
Yeah, got it up.
What about listings? What's your goal for listing? What about you guys out on YouTube? What are your listings? Comment below. How many listings you trying to push out this upcoming week? Do you have a weekly goal, monthly goal? I know Chris. We were talking about the Thrifting Lounge. We were talking about Chris on Daily Refinement. He's real big on that, and I know his Facebook group. Some accountability for that. Like I want to get at least 50 out. And I know that's not even a lot, 50 out for the week. There's people that get 50 a day, but trying to do it on the side, I think 50 a week, part-time.
With a life.
With a little bit of a life isn't bad.
Yeah, Chris who did, what was it? What was it? He did something ridiculous, like 300 in a day when he had that helper.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Yeah, I know he's back on his own, right?
Tea with milk doesn't dry the throat. Black will dry. That makes sense.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take.
I like learning about the other side of the pond.
Yeah. Comment below, guys. What else do y'all like to drink besides tea? I like coffee.
Yeah,
coffee,
I don't know.
Tea.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get 50 listings out this week. Comment below how many you're trying to push out, guys, out there. What about you, Clay?
50 meaning like by Saturday or Sunday or by next Thursday?
By next Thursday.
By next Thursday. So I only have a few hard goods in my death pile, probably no more than 10. There's some things that I have. We bought at this garage. So these Avon aftershave, they're not getting listed. They're going to the flea market whenever we eventually go. But I also have a bunch of stuff on Sellhound. So I literally, it might sound ridiculous. I don't know why I can't do 100 because I have so many. Well, from the second storage unit, I don't know what we're calling that, like the athletic wear.
Okay, so let's dig in. All right, the goal is good. So what does that look like on a daily basis?
So tonight, I admit, by the time I leave here, do some other stuff, might not be much. But Saturday, I'm gonna get up, meet my group to run. I haven't in like a year. Run, walk. But Saturday, I can kill off the death pile in a couple hours and then just sit there with those clothes, go through Sellhound, put them in bags, get the note card, write it all out. So Saturday and Sunday, I think I can get through all 60 things on Sellhound, whatever.
Okay, well, we'll come back. We'll come back next Thursday.
Yeah.
See, I hope
Hey,
so.
and when I saw his list of our topics, I said, this is holding me accountable,
Yeah.
like, and I need that. Like, I need people to, I'm not the best always at motivating myself. I've never been a goals person. And I know that goals are good. We've talked about that a lot, but so I'll say it. I think what I say 100, I can do the 60 plus. I have a boatload of shoes and other clothes and maybe.
Well, the death pile is not the problem. It's the listing. Like,
Yeah.
I could do 100,
but a lot of them are on Sellhound. So that's if you count that, I mean,
still take. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if you count that 60, but so that's why I can say 100 because I got to do new clothes and shoes that some I won't use Sellhound. Maybe I'll do sell similar, but mostly clothes. So I think using Sellhound, I can get through more.
So I think what I'm trying to get to, like a schedule, right? Like I'm a big on the schedule. Like, or you're going to come home on Monday and list 5 to 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday 12 to, because I think if you don't like put it on a calendar, if you don't make it a priority, if you say I'm going to get around to it, things come up. So you got to almost kind of count, make a calendar and pencil it in and make sure you hit it each day. I know Saturday I'm going to try to get 8 hours in, 8 to 10 hours in. Can't tomorrow. Sunday, try to get a little family time and work on taxes, and then whatever I don't get Saturday, make sure I get before next Thursday. Let's see, flipping sloth averaging 160 a month. That's good. That's 40 a week. Small due to me not driving. That 160 a month. There's nothing bad about that. Says if I could get 250 pounds a month from YouTube within next year, YouTube would pay for a storage locker. I can move into temporary as a step. That, man, you're reading my mind. Couple things on that. Yeah, I think that's great. Like I'm trying to get monetized. My goal is to get monetized by summertime on YouTube and start to grow a little bit of a stream of income, diversify. And just like you, I also want to because I've almost run out of room in my garage. Yeah. So that in a couple months, probably a few months, depending on how much listing I can get done, I'm gonna run out of room. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a storage unit to hold my inventory as a stepping stone because warehouses here even. Yeah. I did look at. It's not quite ready to go there.
There was stepping stone. A couple of good ones he showed me that we thought about, like maybe not splitting, but I take a small percentage and because I'm running out of room. I have an apartment that's 500 square feet and I'm going to rent a storage unit here soon, like a 5x5 and keep all my shoes there or something, and it's like $20 a month. So it'll be a couple miles from the house and I'm just out of room. And for me, since I look at all of my stuff, I've told him all the time, I see it when I watch TV or something and it just stares at me. And if I'm not listing, it weighs on me. Yeah, so I think it'll help me when I get the death pile gone and I can move some stuff to somewhere else. And this summer, then the 2-bedroom,
Yeah, death piles will definitely weigh on you. Yeah. But I think that's smart. Don't go from a house to a warehouse. Take those small steps. That's cool. Flipping sloth, your channel's already monetized. I'm jealous, but goals, right? We set the goals and action plans, and how are we going to get there? All right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and you said auction, and when you meet, because I know you talked last week about how you sourced, and when you say auction, online or you're going to an auction and you're bidding, is that correct? That's my interpretation of auction. I'm just curious if that's what you mean. I know I've watched some other resellers, and that's what they say.
Oh yeah, auctions.
To find things.
Well, that's interesting. Like as a storage unit buyer now, that I know that's one of the avenues to get rid of your stuff is at auctions.
Okay.
And as a reseller, like we were talking about going to auctions.
Oh, the live.
Yeah.
Till he ran into the Nike unit. Right. You bought that.
And even the one before that. Well,
the one we split a little.
Yeah.
but the shoes, the Nike shoes, that temporarily pushed back then.
Well, there's so many ways to source, right? Comment below, guys. Where do you like to source at? Here, we're in a great spot, honestly, for sourcing.
Yeah.
We have garage sales here. We're here in Texas, so it's warm,
especially in the month.
So you can pretty much source year round.
Yeah.
There's tons of thrift stores in our area. You can do thrift stores. There's flea markets. There's estate sales, and then now the storage unit auctions. And been successful at all of them. Like sometimes I wish, like I miss going to garage sales.
Yeah.
I miss going to thrift stores. Like I wish I could almost just clone myself and have a big crew and I could just source so much, but you only have so much time.
Yeah.
You got to figure out what works best. Let's see, local auctions. I will make a video on what I pick up. Cool. Yeah, let us know.
I'll sub to yours when we get done. Yeah.
Check that out. That would be cool. All right, next topic. Talk about equipment. As far as reselling equipment. You can even talk YouTube. Like what do you use when you start? When do you upgrade? When you first started reselling, what
I started, as I said last week, in May, kind of when I went with him and my cousin went with him. And I guess in June, I went on, I don't know, Facebook Marketplace or something, Craigslist, and I bought a light box from a lady here. Finally set it up like August or something, and it's okay, I guess. But after I'd seen his, my first few things, he let me use his light box, and my brain was just like blown away at how good it was. So this light box was okay, but on the top, it wasn't producing enough light. So I got out like 2 or 3 flashlights I have for running, and I have those, and my phone flashlight, like trying to just brighten it up. No. So finally, I think in early fall, wasn't listing, but I went on Amazon and bought a Havix box like he has. And it did finally eventually make me list because I knew it was a good box. And then when he found Photo Fuse, right?
Photo Fuse kind of changes it, right? You don't have to have
as good you can do it almost any. I mean, I did that with a couple things,
but it makes the light boxes not as important. And I think a lot of us start out with good natural light, and and that's fine, right?
So I then picked up an extra halo light, like we're using here to light us. I haven't used that as much sometimes because my apartment is so small. I'll move it out of the way and I forget, But so I upgraded that. I've thought about upgrading my phone because my students make fun of me like I'm an old man, and I have an iPhone 5 SE. Yeah, practically a flip phone. It's almost 4 years old, but it's almost hard to.
Wait, what is it? What number?
The iPhone 5 SE. You like my unicorn? My niece is 8. She likes unicorns.
You need at least a 6.
I know you like this is my iPhone here. So right, I do think it's time to upgrade.
Yeah, he needs to upgrade the camera.
So some of you are like, a brick phone is better than that. Yeah. But I've thought about because I'm like, when I'm with T-Mobile, I could probably upgrade, or if I switch to AT&T.
We'll buy them used. I bought mine used. Amazon,
or go to the
eBay,
8, or go to Android, which I know are cheaper and can be just as good.
Yeah, I have a Galaxy 10 Plus. It takes amazing pictures.
Yeah, and so maybe I buy that because I feel like I have good pictures, but I could make them even better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain point you don't have to when you first start, but you do want to start investing profits to have better pictures.
Yeah.
Whether it's ring lights, have several of those. The light box. I'm using the Galaxy 10. I also have a Canon T6i, and I used to use that. It takes amazing pics, but most of the cell phone cameras, the newer ones, whether it's Galaxy or the newer iPhones, take such good pictures that the time you save to me is more beneficial than having a little bit better pictures.
Meaning having it in the phone straight, pictures straight to the app,
listing directly versus
I wasn't sure if you're still doing that. And you're using the phone also for the videos for this, right?
Well, for YouTube, right now I'm using a 1080p webcam. I do use the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, when we when I do videos,
No,
like at storage units.
Yeah.
And I did get a mic. We're wearing mics, makes the audio quality a little better, and they upgraded the camera from the webcam to 1080p. And I was thinking about using the Canon T6i maybe when I'm out doing storage units. I have
Yeah.
a mic on it now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't think you have to get bogged down too much on equipment,
No.
but you know there is a bang for the buck at a certain
Yeah.
point. Let's see. Flippin' Slaw said I was a dirty little drop shipper. No, so the eBay story comes in the picture. So I didn't need anything. I invested that money into doing it the real way. I started with about £5, unemployed, had no money, reselling, saved me.
Hey,
That's amazing.
Whatever,
Reselling can definitely it can be a full-time income
yeah.
for sure. I know some people make good money on it, but I'm keeping away from
Scares
that.
me.
Yeah, eBay frowns upon it.
I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of get how you do it, but
Yeah,
I feel like I just screwed up and
no.
get busted. And
Yeah. Well, I'm Texas Treasures. I love treasure hunting. I love going out there,
sourcing. That's why.
sourcing, getting those unique items. Now, I do some wholesale on Poshmark, some jewelry, but it's not drop shipping. I make sure I get the actual inventory in stock before I list it. So that's a little different. Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
figured the defects. That makes sense.
they deemed it.
Yeah,
they
eBay doesn't
Caught
like
on.
it.
Okay.
But you've
Hey,
learned and
whatever you had to do to get by, man.
I don't know, but you don't want to get your account
Yeah. Ding, ding,
dinged or suspended even.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. We'll talk a little technical, and I don't want to get too technical, but kind of going back to YouTube talk. Like this is an update, right? So I bought Filmora 9, a subscription. It was like $99. That's an editing software. So I'm gonna try use my son Justin to teach me editing to get some of my YouTube videos a little better edited as I try to get monetized. So do any of you guys out there on YouTube, what do y'all use as far as editing
and
software?
equipment.
Yeah, oh,
If there's something y'all can recommend, because as I said, I'm looking to upgrade, so I'm
well, he don't have to work too hard with that.
to upgrade.
Unicorn
I
iPhone 5.
I think I can go to QT, it's a gas station here, and while I fill up, go inside and upgrade to the iPhone 6 for what, $26 or something.
Oh my god!
Look, he's actually Hey, I spend money on things sometimes, so I'm like, well, the phone keeps working. What do I do with it if it?
Oh, GoPro. I do want a GoPro. I used to have one. I
Vegas.
freaking flipped it. I wish I'd have kept it. So like when we're doing when I'm out there doing sourcing garage sales, I like to do garage sales. It's a little awkward to walk around with a tripod with your
But you
phone.
can clip it up. Oh yeah, the phone.
Yeah, but like
But
a
the
GoPro with a harness.
And I was looking at that today. I was in Target last night, so I was like, "What are the newest models?" And I spent some time at lunch. Should have been grading papers, but I looked up some videos on the GoPro Max because I want to have a camera. I'll probably get good webcam here to make videos, but also I'm like, can I get a GoPro and will it do everything? Like maybe some of can I use it for making videos, like garage sales, clip it on? Can I use it as like a dash cam to make videos while I drive Uber? Because I'm gonna have a separate channel that I don't know if it's just me and Uber or me and whatever, but I'm trying not to spend all this and have a dash cam and then have to shell out a few more hundred for resale video camera,
Right. Okay. All right. So Flippin' Sloth commenting below the equipment he's using. Vegas Pro 14. Not familiar with that. The GoPro doesn't work well with it. All right, need an editor. Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, let's see. Next topic: sourcing. Where do we source at? Where have we been sourcing this week? What's the sourcing of it? What about you, Clay?
I have not
Done any
sourced
sourcing this week?
Man, forever. I feel like
I'm proud. I'm good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because I kept sourcing last week. If you watched, I sourced not much in the summer, but a little, and then through the fall, and it wasn't until like Thanksgiving break that I actually started listing. And then I made sales and I sourced some more. And I was okay when we did the storage units, but that still added to my death pile. But I've not gone to, I think last time was a few weeks ago, and I shouldn't have, but it's like I picked up maybe like a, I don't know, like a t-shirt for me and a one other thing. But it's been 3, 4 weeks since early when we came back to school. I feel like, you know, but he kept getting on me, and I realized it's just stupid because all it's exciting, but and I might go home and list that item.
All right, but when you do source, let's not talk about why we shouldn't source so much, because death piles don't source, right? Easier said than done. We're probably all guilty of that at a certain point. But when you do source, what are your favorite places to source?
At first, garage sales scared me, as I talked about last week. You know,
scary.
Yeah, it like I know it seems silly, but I don't know. I feel like I had to make small talk and blah blah blah. You can tell I chat. But now I still like the garage sales, but I've gotten good at Goodwills. I won't say I'm fast, but if I'm alone, when we're together, we tag team the shoes, and I've learned a lot. But alone, I don't mind staying in there longer than a lot of people, are maybe more, done this longer, because I can look up what's sold. So Goodwill, and I'm gonna here once the death pile is gone, which could be a few weeks, also go get my first storage unit. Have him probably look, give some feedback, and if he wants, I'll pay him to help me or whatever. Empty it out.
We're going to a bidding war.
Yeah, bidding. Yeah, the watch me be like, and then the last second
I'll drop it on him.
Yeah, he'll have a different name or whatever, and I see a video, and I'm like going, what?
The Unicorn Slayer.
Unicorn Slayer.
Locker Fox.
Another t-shirt idea. Unicorn Slayer. I'm going to eventually make t-shirts too.
Yeah.
But yeah, garage sales. I'm missing that.
Yeah. Well, so for me, I started with garage sales. I still love garage sales, and I haven't hit one. Hey, Crockers Lockers. Glad to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh yeah, I've watched some of your videos, man. They're really good. Crockers Lockers, you're killing it out there on those storage units. I started with garage sales, thrift stores, kind of did that. Came across some videos on YouTube, Wade's Venture, Pirate Auction, took Wade's course, and I've got into the storage units. And man, I love it. I've bought 3, and I think all together I've maybe paid $200. This is only about a month, 6 weeks I've been doing this, and I've probably got 2,000 or 3,000 in sales, and still more stuff to list. I've just got to figure out, like, as a reseller that's used to cherry picking, I got to figure out like what to list myself and what to unload at flea markets or wholesale to speed this up so I can buy more storage units, because man, they are addicting. The last one I bought is loaded with new Nikes, and it's been great. So let's see. Yeah, storage units, you can definitely get some value.
Just sub to you as well, Crocker.
Yeah, check out. Yeah, by the way, check out Crocker's Lockers. Learn he knows what he's doing with storage units. I've watched I've watched several of his videos and checking them out more. You can learn some good stuff about storage units. He definitely knows what he's doing. That's awesome. We ironically have a storage problem. That's funny, Crocker's Lockers, the storage problem, right? I know I've seen a lot of people talking about storage unit buyers can be hoarders. Obviously, I'm not saying you are, but it's easy, right? Like my garage right now is loaded. I've got cases and cases of brand new Nike headbands that was in the last unit. I've got brand new Nike shoes. I've got all sorts of stuff in there that I'm trying to get through and list. So I want to go buy another storage unit. We were talking earlier. I took Wade's Ventures course, and he's doing this cool collab. Yeah. If you take his course, he will promote your YouTube channel as a small YouTuber like myself that's getting into the storage unit game. That would be big for me. So I definitely need to speed that up so I can get promoted on his channel.
That's why I'm going to buy besides I thought about buying the course because he thought it was great. And then I happened to watch the other night. He was live, and he doesn't do a lot of that, it seemed like, or just
Yeah,
sitting
well, I know he
there.
just bought a new warehouse, so he's been busy with that.
But I just happened to catch that, him saying, "Hey, buy this," and I'm like, okay. Eventually, when I make a video, have his son pay his son to edit, whatever, or learn some, it'll be worth it.
Well, and I think I was the very first person that bought Wade's course, and he actually, I got his phone number, so we kind of chat back and forth. That was really good. Crocker's Locker says Kimbo's the brains. All right, it's always good to be what's the word? Humble.
Yeah.
But you guys are doing a great job. You're helping people, so keep up that good work. Flipping Sloth says, I don't drive. I've loaded my star full of small items for about 10 pounds each. My goal is to hit 1K listings max.
Nice.
Then start. All right, that's good. Yeah, right. We got to set those goals.
Then higher tier items.
Yeah, like I was talking, I'm at around 500. I know I can get those listings up, and once we hit summer or even spring break, when I have a full week, I don't have to worry about teaching.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get out of teaching, get into storage units full time, and I can really crank those up. Let's see. Crocker's Locker says it's almost garage sale season here in Dallas. Hey, that's where we're at.
I saw the flag on my laptop. I have your channel up, and I was like, "Oh, Texan."
Yeah, I've seen you. Yeah, we're I'm here in Waxahachie, just south of Dallas.
And I live like near White Rock.
Justin Grimes.
Okay. Yeah, I watch.
Yeah, I've seen. Grimes. Yeah.
And I know he sells, like, his warehouse is like in Garland, maybe, or sometimes, but yeah.
There's definitely some good. What is it about North Texas? I guess we got all the storage units, got all the garage sales.
Yeah, we've talked about that. How our Metroplex has grown in, like, I don't know, since we were like in college, say 20 something years. What do we have? 7 million people in the greater Dallas Fort Worth suburb area, and we're like, and they keep building storage units and obviously homes, and we're like, we're never going to run out of stuff here.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, they're just adding more and more storage facilities. Comment below, guys. Where's everybody from? If you're watching,
yeah, we got a couple other new
East
people
Mesquite.
Watching.
Yeah, I used to live in Mesquite back in the day.
Yeah,
go Skeeters, right?
Yeah, the Mesquite Skeeters. Yeah,
Skeeters.
Yeah, I'm out that way. Yeah,
Clay's
living in
Lake,
White Rock Lake. Yeah,
that's a good spot.
And that second unit,
hey, Crocker Lockers, what's your best unit? I'm curious. What's your best unit that you've purchased? We got a $10 Black Friday unit at the public storage to the south side.
Like the one right behind 7-Eleven? Is that what you mean? And you're saying you pay $10 a month to rent there? I assume, but that's got to be that unit right there. Houston. Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey.
Sorry. Yes. I assume that wasn't great for you.
Welcome to. Well, you've probably been here a while.
Let me see. Yep, that one. Yeah. See, I actually rented from them because my cousin, she needed to put some stuff, but their rates were high, so I need to move it to that new one by Deep Ellum.
Flipping Sloth. That's interesting concept, right? Now's the time if you're not already into reselling to get into it because it'll be flooded. And here's the thing: I think that's partially true. Like it's as we lose more and more jobs that are being automated, right? That people will turn to these freelance entrepreneurship gigs. But at the same time, then on the other hand, it's not easy, right? It is hard work. It's very doable, but are you going to consistently hit those garage sales? When I was doing garage sales 4, 5, 6 hours, we hit 30, 40 garage sales, done 10, 12 thrift stores in a day with a storage unit. I mean, Crocker's Lockers knows for sure, right? It's hard work. Clay and I've cleaned out a couple already. It's physical work, but it's definitely good money. But I wonder how many people are willing to really put in that kind of effort, right? It's easier to Uber.
Yeah. I mean, with Ubers, I tell my students, I was like, no offense, no one's rude, but just this. There's no click list pictures.
Let's see. Crocker's Locker says the units we do are different. Our best one was before we started filming, and then the radiologist unit and the Pirates booth.
I'll go watch
pirate shit. That's awesome. A radiologist unit. Can you imagine all the medical equipment?
Yeah. Cha-ching.
Yeah, my best flip ever was a local sale. I picked up the vest. I've done a couple of these, right? It shakes up the lungs, right? And
You need to do that again.
Seven-
Your eyes. Yeah.
$70 for it. And I sold it for like 1,300 on eBay. And I've done that like 2 of those. So those are things to look out for. So I can only imagine getting a medical unit, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about storage units. You just never know. It's treasure hunting times. It's like, to me, it's garage sales are great, but garage sales times factor 10x.
Yeah.
Flipping sauce, do you rent a car to Uber or use your own personal vehicle? That's a
So-
question for.
Yeah. So I do use my own, and I see your next. I feel like he said, I feel like driving your own car into the ground is not worth it. So I've driven Uber part-time for 5 years while I've been teaching these last 13. And last year, I really only did it from January to like July, and I made $9,000. And I probably put like, I don't know, 12 miles on my car. But for the money to help pay down debt, take trips and stuff, I think it's worth it, because my normal commute to school and back, I maybe put like 30 miles a day on my car. My world can be pretty small, where my mom lives, my dad, some of my friends, right? So I guess it's that deal, the trade-off of it's been worth it because the extra income I need, and you write off all the miles, and it's helping me pay down debt. So yes, I'm about to be Ubering more.
Should we tell Clay that reselling is better than Ubering?
Oh, I know that, but right now, like, I got to get back to Uber.
It's instant money though.
Yeah,
right?
it's instant money. So that's why I'm gonna this spring. I've got to get back to
You need
Uber.
to tie the two together, like.
How to? Well, I'm gonna
Oh, here
advertise.
we go, guys. I got it for Clay. We're
Okay,
gonna
my
get
to-do
him
list.
a big, like one of those big vans, like you
Yeah,
rent at U-Haul.
I'm
A
almost.
passenger van, right? So you can Uber in the
Yeah.
passenger van, and
Yeah,
then and then just tell the people, hold on, we gotta make a pit
yeah.
stop at the storage unit,
and they help,
put them to work.
and a free ride or a
You
small
film it
reduced.
all. Oh my
That
God,
would
you could be the Ubering storage unit
That could be
pirate.
my
Oh my
own
God.
service.
I don't know
actually,
if they'd go.
the other
for it.
day, I actually did think about getting like a conversion van. You know, drive Uber in that. You know.
Oh, Crocker Logger talking about it was literally dirty underwear. We've ran into that already. Toilet paper, broken toys. You know how that could go. In a random bag. The random bag. That's the dream, right?
Gold.
Like, yeah, the random bag of gold. Yeah, he said
$3K.
a $50 unit.
Good for you. I don't know. I'm tired too, and it's all of 6:39.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but
Yeah.
it's amazing, and that's the thrill. Like I haven't found gold or anything yet. You know, I've found like I'm used to selling clothes and stuff. Sold a Salvatore Ferragamo belt from a unit for 120. I've sold, I mean, these headbands and new Nikes are selling, but man, I'd love to find the gold. I want to find my first safe.
Unit I looked at.
And I know that's really good for YouTube also, right?
Yeah.
Like people are only so interested in looking at clothes, but if you can find a cash box, I tried to win a cash box in a unit. Probably should have bid up a little bit higher. But even some of these smaller junk units that people don't want to mess with, they can be good. So Crocker Locker works full time too. Nice.
So for Crockers, then how many units are you buying? Like, is it one every few weeks? And I guess some of that also depends how much stuff and processing, correct? Or do you buy? Are you consistent, like one every 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. Like about 2 months I've done
size?
3. And I guess it depends on how much you get out of a unit. Like the last unit was loaded with stuff, so it's just taking a while to list.
And the second one, the first was like a few bags we did together. We did it in like no time. He processed. He's going to take a bigger percent whenever it sells. And then the second one, we were on Christmas break, right?
I think
Because
so.
I came down to Waxahachie. Remember, and we used the mannequins. Like I came a few hours, like
we worked like a week.
5 out of 8 days. We'd hang out.
Took us about a week.
Videos.
That shows
so
you
we
what
had free time.
If we were full time, how much you could get done. Right?
Yeah.
Junk unit. Yeah.
A junk unit.
I love addicting. Like I like garage sales and thrift stores, but I would only at this point. I'm gonna be doing storage units, and like if there's a lull and I don't have a unit to process, then I'd probably go hit some garage sales or some thrift stores. But
and what sites do you use, Crocker Lockers? Are you an in-person as well? The storage unit? Up here is stupid. We can't justify spending 400 on a decent looking 5x5 is gun. Oh, so you're saying it's up here, it's so flooded, right? That we need to be, yeah, everyone's got to
Are
be
you doing
careful.
more the online auctions or in person? Like I was going to go to an in-person caravan auction, and then I found the one online, the
Yeah.
Naki unit that I bought on Storage Treasure. Yeah, Storage
Not
Treasures,
Okay.
and I bought it. So mine have all been online, but I hear a lot of people say the in-person ones you can get cheaper.
Storage Treasure.
Don't have a truck. Yeah, that's the dream. Kind of like Wade's
Yeah,
Ventures.
we wanna-
Eventually get a box truck. Um, but you know, it's just a small. It's just a process, right? Like right now, the three we bought, we went in together on a
They
couple.
fit in.
Um,
Well, the last one he rented a U-Haul van, but we still had to make 2 trips because the crappy furniture. When we right?
no,
And
no,
we
on the
lo-
U-Haul was one trip.
Was it? Oh, we cremated because he had gotten a lot of the shoes before after school 2 days in a row, and we loaded up my car. But even tonight, when I leave here, what I might go do is I have a whatever you call it, a crossover SUV, and when the seats are down, it's big. But I've realized the few Uber runs I did at the airport, not much storage in the back compared to the Kia I had. I'm gonna go look at a bigger, like full size SUV that's
You know something you can do storage units.
yeah,
on.
this third row. So in my head, you fold the seats down when you're at the airport. So you have plenty of room for bags, and I can get 5 people. When I'm driving Uber in town, I can get 7 or 8, and it'll be more space for storage. You can fold 2 rows down, and I can help him. He can just pay me. I'll be his employee, or when I'm doing my own,
Work
or
on my
helping.
desk pile.
Yeah,
You list all the dirty underwear from the
Yeah.
storage unit.
I can be everyone's yuck monkey.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Just
Storage.
got our $10.
By the way, guys, if once again, check out Flipping Sloth and Crocker's Lockers. Subscribe to their channels. If you haven't subscribed to mine, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate if you smash the like button. We appreciate all the commentary, the questions, the
Yeah.
feedback. We're just trying to collaborate and to learn from each other.
Eclectic elephant. With
Oh
F.
yeah, I didn't.
It's okay. I'll say it. And then so Crocker Locker also said donate most to clothes. We've done that.
Yeah,
Storage Treasures. So live, the units go decent price. So in person, you're getting it cheaper. I think is what.
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Sadly, a minivan is the best bang for the buck. I've almost thought about looking at a minivan because for Uber or a hybrid SUV or something. So because I'm about to be driving a whole bunch. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, he should have picked a name that was easier to spell.
Maybe I'm going to change it. I know it's
all
like
the
I like
dyslexic YouTubers aren't going to be.
Yeah, when I've commented, people are like, "Is it electric?" So maybe I'm going to change my eBay and something, or the elephant. I'll change the PAs, or maybe it'll be electric elephant. That might be better.
Flipping Sloth. That's easy to spell. Crocker's
Maybe
Lockers.
electric elephant or something. I don't know.
Can't go wrong with that. All right, next topic. We kind of wondered, and I love the free flow, but we've next topic, flea markets. You know, selling at flea markets, and that kind of relates to storage units, right? Maybe Crocker's Lockers. You could answer this. We've only done a few of them because some items I get, like I have a whole case of brand new socks. There's probably like 100 of them, like a 3-pack of socks, and they're like $2.99 each. So it's not worth selling on eBay. But I'm thinking, take that whole case with some other stuff out here. We have Trader's Village, right? You're probably familiar with that. Take it to a flea market, or called a swap meet on the on the West Coast, and just unload that stuff, get rid of it. That's why I see storage, the storage pirate doing. Do you do flea markets to get rid of your lower price inventory? He's saying on the online units that are 10 by 15 and bigger usually go for better prices. Everybody wants the 5. Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense on the smaller
size.
It's easier to process, right? Like I did the last one. What size was it? It was a 10 by 10. 10 by 10, I think. I'd only done 5 by 5s. It still is not that big, but
The bigger, the more furniture, probably.
yeah,
And it did have all these small tables and furniture.
yeah, has some
Nothing
good stuff in
giant,
it.
at least. flea markets.
We don't have to transport the inventory. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I know some people, like I've seen some local sellers in our area
What's
that
the
they
big-
do garage sales. Like they do every
I've thought it,
weekend, they
yeah.
do garage sales. And I've talked to them, you know, when I was out garage selling, and they do storage units.
Oh, that lady we
And there's-
bought the salt shakers from, remember?
Yeah.
She had gotten into storage and they were just doing garage sale.
There's a couple down here on the south end in Midlow and Waxahachie that do that. And they're just selling the stuff cheap, but just shows you that even flipping it via garage sales, you can make good money.
That's what. So y'all just do garage sales at your house there, Crocker?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yes,
We mainly
yeah.
garage sell. Yeah, that makes sense.
And what's the big flea market we've talked about? We might
Traders Village.
Traders Village. Sorry, yeah, we've talked about because I'm accumulating stuff.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to wait till we get a good amount, and
a
then
lot.
if he has a big SUV, we can load it up.
Yeah.
Maybe rent a. I don't know. We have to see if you have to rent a U-Haul.
That's where I'm like, I can recruit my dad,
Yeah,
my mom, and be like, y'all are helping, and they will.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that's what some of the furniture do, the Facebook Marketplace, the Mercari. Matter of fact, there's a nice leather couch. It was a lazy boy couch in
Oh yeah,
the second unit.
yeah, that one.
And I've had a couple offers for like $100. I was going to sell it, but then my son's girlfriend just got a job. Actually, she just graduated from UNT with a film degree, and she got a job at Channel 5 News in Denison, Sherman.
Okay.
She's a photojournalist, and so she's looking to get an apartment. So she asked if she could have it.
Nice.
You know,
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'd rather her take it and let's make 25 or 40 each.
Yeah, marketplace is better for sourcing. Yeah, that's probably true.
Looking at that, yeah, I tried to do that.
But he sold a big carpet
that row, yeah,
that he couldn't find the key for. That was earlier in the video.
Yeah,
kind of screwed that sale over. But
tomorrow,
like $475.
Yeah.
So I think it can be good on both ends.
Yeah, I was looking at old like Nintendos, and I messaged some people. I was trying to find them.
I'm sorry. That's funny. Crocker's Loggers. He's going to put, yes, it's still available. Put on my tombstone. Oh, that's the worst on the local marketplaces, the Facebook Marketplace. They'll ask you that question and they ghost.
Like, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Not so serious.
And Craigslist. I've looked at Craigslist and I did buy some records that are in the death pile. Oh, that's got to be listed too. I bought like 50 records for like $30 over Christmas break because I could see a few in the pictures and they were pretty good. They'll sell, like I'm going to make a couple $100 off of it. So it was a good investment. Nice. Got to learn the mailing of records, but
yeah,
I've watched some videos.
Yeah, but it is nice on the local marketplaces. You don't have to worry about taxes. It's straight cash. There's no returns. So that is definitely. I figure as you get more into storage units, that'll become a bigger part of my reselling game for those items that are easier to flip locally.
Yeah,
for sure. All right. It's that time for the Bolo buzz. Comment below, guys. All my resellers out there. What's y'all's best sell of the week? What have y'all sold for the most money? What about you, Clay? What's your Bolo buzz, your sell of the week?
Today, I had someone that did the buy now, a headset like Bluetooth. This is another kind of, as we talked about last week, the consignment model. My cousin had this, so she gave it to me. And I'm going to, take out the fees and taxes, and then we split the money, and it sold for $73.88, new in box. Nice. So what? After fees, that's like down to 60. I take out 20 for taxes, give or take. So I make 20. She makes 20, maybe 25. But hey, all I had to do was take pictures, and I did it in her kitchen and crop the photos, so that was my best one. It was going to be $30 Coach purse that I paid 10 for, and I've had it for months. So, but so on something I got, I turned 10 into 30. So I'll take it. After taxes and fees, doubling my money and more momentum. 4 sales this week in the last few days, and that's for me a lot.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. Mine actually was a pair of. I'm trying to hear this. Trying to
Oh,
find
yeah.
it. It's a pair of
Ooh,
shoes from that
cool.
last storage unit, the Nike unit. Let's see. Yeah, right here, y'all. You can see it. This unit was loaded with brand new dead stock Nike, new in the box.
Yeah,
Probably
tons.
100. I still probably got about
Yeah.
20 to list. And this was a pair of Sunray threes, pair of sandals that they made, I think in 2000, brand new, and they sold for $49.99 plus $12.95 shipping. Um, the cost of goods on that from that unit where I paid 100. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably 50 cents, 25 cents,
Yeah.
the cost of goods. And I've been selling a couple of pair of these shoes or sandals every day for the past couple of weeks. So it's just a matter of getting it listed, right? And we were talking about that earlier, getting it listed and it's going to sell. So love the storage units. And I can't wait to be like Crocker's Lockers and find 3K gold.
Yeah.
Did you record that? Is that one of your videos? Because I can only imagine like the views that would get.
Yeah.
You'd have a good tease at the beginning.
Yeah. In the title.
Yeah, good title.
3K in gold.
Yeah, man, I need a video like that. That might not viral, but it would definitely get
Yeah.
some
For us, viral
right.
on our level.
Yeah, on my level, like I had for sure. Video games. He's selling video games.
Yeah, the N60.
Hey, Flippin' Hustler. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us.
I learned a lot from him again yesterday. His setup, that table you have, dude, man, I can't wait to get a 2-bedroom and maybe he has this table, it's like your architecture table almost, and it rotates and he just kind of holds his camera. And the best thing that I wrote down, I learned from him, was it day hue light bulbs or something. And he has all these in his basement. So it's like, I'm going to replace everything along, but have my light box, but I'm making every light this weekend or next day hue so I can take better. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Flippin' Hustler, putting that content out there. You're helping Clay's reselling game climb up. That's what I love about YouTube. We all learn from each other. That collaboration. Crocker's Locker says it's in the last 2 videos. I'll definitely check that out.
Okay. Same.
Smash the like button for you. Put some comments in there. But yeah, I love the thought of finding gold in a storage unit. That's the thrill of the hunt, right?
Gold, because you're like, that's cash that you're, possibly making. I'm like 3K, like that's paycheck.
And here's the thing. Once again, I keep shouting out Wade's Ventures. Was great, right? And part of his course, it's not just storage units. He has a section on taxes. He has a section on social media, and he makes that very clear. That's when I started getting serious about YouTube. Is that the YouTube and storage units go hand in hand? It's like a mystery box, but it's bigger, right? And people want to see it. So the money you can make from YouTube once you get monetized with some of these videos will allow you to bid more on units, or sometimes even pay for the unit, so that lowers your risk that you can take on these units that go up. So he's got some really good info, really good content in those training courses. There's over 100. I think he said put out 5 new ones. I finished the original 120 something about a week ago.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and check out the newest ones. Crocker's Locker says, you'll see me say it's fake in the first video. I think Kimbo schooled me. Well, we all need someone to school us, right? We all got to learn.
Yeah.
I know I need to order some of the gold testing kits. I have a magnet, and I've watched the videos on how to tell, but beyond the stamps and whatnot. Flipping slot. Oh yeah, he said don't throw any retro shoes. Oh, did you hear about that? Like, what was it? The Feelas?
Yeah.
Yeah. In our video, he was watching. The Flipping Slots was watching it. Yeah. He's like, were those Feelas that we trashed? They were junk.
We did.
It's like, oh no, those are retro vintage. He said even blown out, they're worth money, and I threw away like 3 or 4 pair. Seller mistakes.
If this was,
should have put that. Oh, why didn't I put that in my reseller mistakes video?
Now I will say if we had just done it this weekend and that was still we took like a couple bags of trash to my dumpster or whatever in my apartment complex. If it was still there, I'd be climbing in that dumpster tonight just to get a few bucks, you know. Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh well. Living.
I mean, they were trash, but
Yeah. I'm like, oh well.
yeah, live and learn, right? You live where you learn. Oh.
Gosh darn it. Golly gee willikers. Sorry for the harsh language, folks.
All right. So Bolo Buzz. All right, let's also want to talk about Bolos. Be on the lookout for as February moves spring. And here in North Texas, I mean, it's been cold here the past couple of days, but spring will be coming around the corner. And in my Poshmark closet where I do some of the wholesale stuff, I've noticed my new swimsuits, new sunglasses, hats. Those things are starting to sell. So if you're out there sourcing, be on the lookout. People are already looking, you know, certain swimsuits, even the used ones, right? If you're at a thrift store, garage sale, Victoria's Secret, nice sunglasses. I found a pair of Ray-Bans in the unit. Now they were all beat up.
Oh yeah.
I think I only got like 20 or 25 because they were beat up. But you know, sunglasses. Start thinking about spring when you're out sourcing, even though we're still in winter time. All right, man. Appreciate stopping by Crocker's Locker. Y'all check out his channel if you haven't already done it before. He's got some good content. Happy treasure hunting out there. Flipping Slaw says people love trash if it's sold.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, what's the saying? Like, one man's treasure,
trash is another man's treasure.
Right?
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
If it's old, yeah.
Right. Okay. I think the last point I've really got to talk on is behind me is that book. I mentioned it earlier, From Good to Great. I'm going to be putting out a video on that. Part of being a reseller, I think, is growing your knowledge. YouTube plays a big part. There's free content. I've already talked about Wade's Ventures storage unit courses, which any courses you can take that will grow your knowledge and shorten that learning curve is really important. So I'm a big advocate of that. I'm also going to do a series. Listopia has 100 best business books. And so I'm going to create videos, like I'm going to do chapter 1 of Good to Great and try to implement those things. And how does this relate to reselling? Because whether we're looking at storage units, whether at garage sales, thrift stores, we're all looking for those little nuggets, those gold nuggets, right? Sometimes they're literal, like Crocker's Lockers, the 3K and gold. And sometimes they're just pieces of knowledge, a knowledge bomb that you can get from someone, from somebody that will help take your reselling game up a level. So we always got to be looking for those. What about you, Clay? Where do you try to get your knowledge from? Hold on. We got a comment from Sydney and
Farrar. That's hi, Mom.
Oh,
my mom's watching. Now I feel awkward. Yeah, she likes
mom.
This is Brian, Mom, who I talk about all the time. So Marilyn Monroe.
She's pretty nice. It's my daughter's room. She's off at college in Austin.
We've taken over.
We've taken over the room for the day.
So I have the same book. He asked me last week if he wanted him to order me the same book. I can't talk. So I have that same book. There's also a few that I need to go back, a couple of Pure Hustle podcasts. Mm-hmm. And they listed several books, and they're doing like a book review, I feel like. So I'm going to try to start reading more on the on the businessy side. Mm-hmm. And because it'll help me overall, just some self-help, and I also have history. So I'm trying to like do the balance of just overall add into the balance of life, but to learn the business and just for me, because if I'm better, then I'll take in the knowledge better.
Okay. Flippin' Hustler commented the bearded picker is a smart fella. I've seen some of his videos. He definitely can drop some knowledge bombs.
Thanks for saying hi to my mom.
So proper. I appreciate the high class. Hello. So, check out the bearded picker. Like I said earlier, Chris on Daily Refinement. He's one of the big you can learn a lot
Yeah.
from him about the mechanics, the organization, the lean methods, goal setting, all that stuff. Like he's intense. Bonafide hustler.
Mhm.
I like. I don't know. I like his quirky personality. Him and his brother down in Austin. He's also in the green room. We were talking about. They do a big meetup in the green room in Austin during the summer. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's on the
go
list.
down there, eat
Yeah,
some
that'd be
barbecue, collaborate. That'd be awesome. They
Yeah.
do like where they all go to hit
How you
garage
said that.
sales and
Yeah, it'd
thrift
be cool to
stores.
go with them.
To go with like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Hit some of those tacos. That'd be amazing. All right. See any other topics? That's all the scheduled topics. So, anybody got any questions? Feel free to drop them down. We can do a little Q&A here. Clay coughs into the mic.
Sorry, I know. This cough is killing me. Good night, Sloth.
Yeah, good night, Sloth.
Appreciate you. For those who are new to the watch, he's in England, so it's got to be.
Yeah, he
What,
said
midnight?
it was 12:39 earlier, so he's
Okay. It's almost 1. There's 6 hours.
burning at both ends.
Yeah.
Appreciate the tip. Flipping
Next week.
Sloth on the Yorkshire tea,
Yeah.
not the Earl Grey.
Stay away from that Earl guy. Is bad news, everybody.
That's what Flippin' Sloth says.
Yeah.
I'll take him at his word for it.
He did something to the people in Yorkshire, I'm sure.
Sounds like a British feud.
Right.
So, anybody got any questions? Feel free to drop them down. You got any other topics on your mind, Clay?
Earl is bad news.
Oh,
I believe it. Yeah, we don't want to know maybe what he did to Yorkshire. I don't have, like I say, I'm gonna maybe look at new vehicle, maybe, not necessarily new, but bigger, possibly,
Size matters.
or more,
That's what Marilyn says.
or fuel economic or whatever. Love this vehicle, the Claymobile as he calls it. Just try to work on the balance, getting the listing, and now that I'm accountable to people, but maybe Flippin' Hustler, he just got in here, has something to add. I don't know. He's a full timer, so check his videos out too.
He's a
good guy.
Got some good content.
He's helped us gain some people.
By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, appreciate if you hit the red subscribe button down below. Smash the like button. Any questions and answers, feel free to comment. I think we're about to wrap it up. If nobody's got any questions, we'll be going hour and 42.
Yeah.
It's been a good talk.
Yeah. Quick.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for dropping in. Until next time, happy treasure hunting and good luck, and we'll see you on the next one.